Hey there! First and second episode of the boss mods did very well. You, my friend, seems to be obsessed with getting your butt kicked by crazy strong Minecraft bosses. So here are 10 more. Now let's dive into the video. Born in Chaos is a mod filled with enemies. Few elites are considered bosses. For this video, I'll mention 3. First off, we have the Missionary. Much like the vanilla evokers, this boss stands still and shoots you with magical projectiles, and even releases evoker fangs too. If you manage to dodge those, feral mobs will be another obstacle to overcome, and a big, dire, and abundant obstacle too. The Missionary boss is also capable of teleporting away, and even knocking you back should you neutralize the mobs and manage to land a hit on him. Most effective forms of attacks against the Missionary are projectiles of any sort. A mod like Parkour may also prove useful here, allowing you to leap forward and deal what may be the killing blow. Just bear in mind that the mobs won't go anywhere upon his death. Lord Pumpkinhead is next, and is a boss you probably can't kill by yourself. Not probably, most certainly can't kill by yourself. What makes this guy very dangerous is his ability to drain your shield fairly quickly, strip you of any resistance effect, and release an army of explosive companions to finish you off. If you manage to kill his horse, Lord Pumpkinhead will pull out a gun. If you decapitate him, he'll still fight, and if you finally kill him, he'll summon a fat pumpkin bomb. This is one tough and relentless son of a gun, so don't even bother fighting him alone. What I'm showing you right now is something you will never be able to see in survival mode, which is a Nightmare Stalker's true form. In reality, all that you remember before visiting the cemetery is its glowing eyes as it mauls and pummels you to death. The good thing to keep in mind is that the Nightmare Stalker only has 60 hearts, so killing it isn't impossible, that is if you manage to touch it. The Ink Arena is a mod concentrated in one boss, this cubic entity right here. Your first thought may be to attack it right away, but no, the cubic entity must be mined with a pickaxe, upon which several waves of ink mobs must be fought. The thing about the Ink Arena mod is that it wears you off with waves of hostile mobs before releasing the final boss. The waves get increasingly harder to endure, featuring bigger, faster, and more durable ink creatures. So, chances are you may not live to see the actual ink boss. Once you reach the final boss, things won't be as hard as you may think. The ink boss isn't much of a threat. It keeps summoning tentacles and small insects to push you back. It's not until the final phase of the boss that you may be in danger, with small circles opening beneath you giving you the levitation effect, and may potentially kill you through fall damage. But it's very unlikely. The Ink Arena is a very good mod, but could definitely use some more variations for the boss attacks. And that's all I have to say about it. Legendary Monsters is next, and just like the first mod on the list, we will showcase 3 bosses here, and the first one is already bombing me right now. That right there is the Dune Sentinel. What I love about this mod is that it makes the boss's defense dependent not on how many hearts it got, but on its attacks and techniques. The Dune Sentinels is a primary example of this. I mean, try getting anywhere near this abomination and you will be bombarded away or headbutted back. The only reason I managed to land some hits on this guy is due to the Parkour mod. It's a very, hello? How did I get here? Well, back to it. As I said, neglecting any movement mods may put you in trouble. With mods like the Parkour mod, you will at least be able to leap forward and dodge bombs very easily. Coming next is a much worse fate than fighting the Dune Sentinel. Behold the Ancient Guardian. No bombardment, thankfully. However, one hit from the Guardian will immobilize you, giving the Guardian full freedom to do whatever he pleases with you. Again, the Parkour mod was a much needed addition. With it you will evade hits, so less freezing. As in the case for the previous boss, once you manage his attacking patterns, killing him won't be a terribly hard task. Final boss I'll showcase on this mod is Cloud Golem, found on the Snowy Arena. The Cloud Golem's attacking pattern are identical to the Iceologer, accumulating piles of snow and dropping it right on top of your head. Being immune to arrows, you will need to face the boss toe to toe, which leaves you ever more vulnerable to the snow piles. Again, having Parkour may prove useful. Here I was dumb enough to think that the boss wasn't that hard. Turned out it gets resurrected and even empowered upon death. The legendary monsters features many more creatures, hence the name. It is, in my opinion, a sweet spot in the boss fight genre, not that complicated and difficult, but also very engaging and satisfying to embark on. Forget what I said about not being difficult. Taking a fight against a boss in the Terramity mod is nothing short of self-destruction. 3 bosses are within the mod, 2 I will showcase. So let's start with the Trial Guardian. This mod is inspired by Terraria. Last time I played that game was on my mom's cell phone, so I'm not particularly a seasoned player here. However, from what I can see here, the bosses are not only durable health-wise, but will also bombard you with a variety of attacks and random explosions. Furthermore, the Guardian will summon minions. Those are dangerous since they can push you to the blood lake beneath you. The lakes are even more dangerous than the boss itself. No matter what effects you have, your armors or whatever, you'll be dead within moments. So please watch your steps here. Once you kill the Guardian, a very good death animation will be triggered, symbolizing the demolition of the Guardian. Next up, we will head to the Nether, locate this cathedral and fight the Archmage. Well, given that we've already killed those 2 mages, which we did not. The fight against those 2 was torturous. I've given myself enough resistance to endure a nuclear blast, yet I was still damaged and nearly killed on many occasions. You try to run, the green mage will pull you back. You get enough courage to jump and fight toe-to-toe, the blue wizard will summon lightning bolts, strong minions, project ice charges, kick you in the balls, and do whatever it takes to make your life more miserable. After you've killed the 2 mages honorably and without using creative mode at all, you will be facing a worse disaster, that being the boss we are to fight in the first place, Archmage Gandalf. The Archmage is full of surprises. If you saw him levitate and do this goofy dance, then hurry and step on the marked paths, otherwise you'll drown on the blood lake, dying inevitably. In addition, the Archmage can summon gang members. I'm not joking, look at this flag, the firearms and the red eyes. Truly menacing. The Archmage switches over many weapons, his sword, a shotgun, a sniper, a pouch filled with explosive materials, and finally a desert eagle. Although hard, the fight against the Archmage was evidently easier than the 2 mages for some reason. Terramity is a terrific mod. It has lots of content, and the bosses is but a small snippet of what makes this project great, though it is what made it earn a spot in this special list. Next up, we have Eternal Starlight, arguably the best fabric boss fight mod of all time. And funny enough, the mod isn't even a year old at this point. Within the mod are 2 main bosses. I've covered one of them in the past, so this time I'll be trying my skills against the second one, the Golem. Upon entering the Forge, the Golem's dungeon, you'll find it resting and recharging, surrounded by lakes of lava. One of the first things the Golem will do on awakening is to burn your skin off with a laser beam. This beam is so fast you probably won't be able to outrun it. If you survive that, then the trembling attack may do it for you, as the Golem will slam its arms against the ground, causing a mini earthquake. Your objective here isn't to hit the Golem. As a matter of fact, it is invincible, so no matter how much you try, you will not even dent this metallic monster. The winning strategy, however, is to wait for the Golem to start regenerating energy, then place redstone dust on top of these generators. This will eradicate the Golem's only source of energy, leaving it bound to burning out. After that, the Golem will cease to attack and will start receiving damage once again, giving you the chance to finish it off. This is a very special mod, and it comes with a fully fledged dimension, accessible through a portal in the overworld. Spoiler alert, you won't make it past the guard. Unlike most of the mods here, this one isn't a fully developed boss fight experience. It only adds 1 mob, that being the Corundum Guardian. As you can see, I've worn some post-apocalyptic armor, along with advanced firearms. I want to enforce the robotic takeover theme a bit more, as I do believe it fits this boss contextually. The Guardian's attacks are quite suffocating, mainly consisting of leaping and causing a shockwave as it lands, along with a snatch attack for when it gets closer to the player. Thank the Lord this abomination has no firearms attached. If it did, killing it would be near impossible, which it is right now. As I mentioned earlier, I had an advantage bringing firearms to the battle. You would want to do that too. Fighting this boss with swords is stupid, and shooting it with arrows, well, it's a metallic monster, come on now. The mod is quite good as it is right now, but if the author decides to expand upon the concept, maybe do something as vicious as giving this robot a rocket launcher, or construct some sort of a robot backyard where you naturally find the Guardian and fight it. Not to forget, of course, giving the players valuable loot upon killing the Guardian. Mokels the Shattered Goddess is also a mod I'm familiar with, so in this video we'll try to focus on two of its bosses, the Ivory Devil and the Nameless Guardian. First off, we got the Ivory Devil, a moose-like boss with a long detachable sword and a feast full of magical tricks. The Ivory Devil is capable of jumping and slashing the player. Bear in mind this attack is impossible to dodge, so it is free damage for the moose. The magical tricks I talked about moments ago included the ability to lift you up and smash you to the ground, along with random flames that shower any surrounding players or entities. After you've dealt the killing blow, the Ivory Devil will kneel before you, and will also have a paragraph written in the command section. Next up, we have the Nameless Guardian, an evil spirit that controls fire and can be very fast sometimes. Some of the Guardian's attacks are undodgeable. For instance, you would not be able to do anything when the Guardian ignites the floor beneath your feet. Other attacks can be dealt with very easily, but some movements can be crazy fast and you would not even have time to react. Similar to all of the other bosses within the mod, the Nameless Guardian has a special death animation and a paragraph for you to read. This is a well-developed mod, one worth spending time on. What I've showcased is just the tip of the iceberg. To even step foot in any of these arenas require vigorous work to finish the quests and acquire the keys. After that, we have a fairly small mod, Aim's Mods, featuring one and only boss, the Ender King. This boss is as relentless as any mentioned in this video, though the animations could be made to be more fluid and engaging. Still, I really love the teleportation animation in particular. The Ender King shrinks thin and spawns on random spots, much like enemy characters. The Ender King uses a combination of attacks, melee and ranged. Sometimes he would slam the ground, creating a shockwave in the process. Others he would teleport behind you and pummel you with his mace. And the most annoying of all is his shulker bullet rain. A second phase is unlocked as you bring the King's heart near zero. In this stage, the Ender King's jewelry and mace turns gold. His attacks, however, remain the same, only with higher damage and frequency, which is bad enough. The Ender King has a neat death animation and will drop his mace as a reward for defeating him. Though, bear in mind that the mace's shulker attack affects you the same as it does to the mobs, which is stupid. Galosphere is originally a constant mod about overhauling the caves, adding 3 different biomes with special atmosphere and nature. Recently though, the mod has added a freshly developed boss. You could find it within the Pink Salt Caves, and naturally it will be concealed within Pink Salt. What I love about this boss is its closeness to vanilla. Unlike the majority of the mods in this video, here you feel that the boss is, well, not about to say added by Mojang, but just natural within the game, that is. The Pink Salt boss has a wide range of attacks. The most common is the spikes emerging from the ground. Without the parkour mod, I'd probably have no chance at dodging those. So again, I'm doing a free advertisement for the parkour mod. Slamming the ground and summoning hordes of headless zombies is also something to expect. And don't get too comfortable with the berserker lack of movement. At times, it would march forward and swing its arms recklessly, dealing tons of damage if you happen to be caught in the middle of it. Galosphere was already a great mod, but with the berserker as its new boss, you'll have more incentive to explore the mod and get your hands salty. I usually show the best mod first, but for this video I'm doing the EnderVerse. Illage and Spillage Respillaged is undoubtedly the most sophisticated boss fight mod on the entire list, and is now, my friend, available for 1.20.1. 2 main bosses are within the mod. First we have the free crazier. This is a degenerate mage who used an innocent person to create a spider monster. Though he will get what he deserves, just keep watching. The attacks of the free crazier are too many, and happens too successfully you won't even get the chance to breathe. Times you will deal with explosive companions. Other you will get stuck in the spider web, and whilst you are being exploded and stuck, the free crazier will throw chains of axes at your direction. The bombardment never stops, and the free crazier hitbox is terribly difficult to reach. So if you somehow managed to bring the Freecager's health this low, congratulations, you're about to witness something so terrifying yet so satisfying at the same time. The spider suddenly snaps, it snatches the Freecager from above its neck, pins it to the ground, and oh god, starts eating it alive. Although the Freecager is a prick who deserves such death, the spider monster isn't about to withdraw and will be the next boss to kill. New attacking patterns unlock as the spider starts pulling you to its direction using whips, upon which it will slam you with its bulbs, along with dashing forward, poisoning and damaging any mobs on its way. As you are getting closer to killing the spider, it will spare out few minions before losing consciousness. You use that as an opportunity to go to town on this monster. The finale of the fight contains a little surprise, one I won't spoil for you, so go check it out yourself. Next up we have the final boss on the mod, and the final boss in this entire video, the Spillage Caller. The concept of the boss is unique, it's about the anaglyph 3D effect. Though this time the effect doesn't just look real, it's actually objectively real. The Spillage Caller summons tens of light objects, be it hands, lasers, demons, anything necessary to destroy you. At times you won't even be able to spot the Spillage Caller for the amount of bombardment going on. In terms of the visual, this is by far the best boss to fight, and it's also very difficult as it flies everywhere and surrounds itself with light manifestation, making it quite a trek to get anywhere near it. Upon this, the Spillage Caller will disappear and fade away into a big explosion. Thanks for watching. Usually I'd say the generic YouTube slogan of get this X amount of likes and another episode will release. But this time you don't have to worry about that. Another episode is coming, and definitely. The date, however, will be a mystery, so being subscribed may come in handy, but you do you. And I'll see ya in the next one, my friend.